Hey guys, welcome to Corrective Exercising. So, we are going to start number one with inhibiting the muscles. So, a super simple foam rolling technique, and one of my favorites is my foam rolling out my back. Specifically, the middle of my back, your thorax, your middle back, like right below your rib cage. And my shoulders. So you do have to have some core stability and lift your hips up, supporting your head to get a little bit deeper. Now you'll see here I'm also like setting my butt down, but I'm rotating side to side on the foam roller because there's spots along my lat muscles that I kind of trying to work out. Here I'm going really deep by bridging into the foam roller. If you do not have the core strength or the stability, I do not recommend lifting your hips at all. Okay, next we're going to foam roll out the quads. So you're going to kind of do like an elbow plank. And this one's pretty much friendly for everyone because you've got your feet that you can use to pivot as well as your elbows to kind of help you with that momentum. So don't try to push up in your hands when you're doing this one because you're going to get this really bad arch in your low back. So it's kind of why I was shaking my head. Okay, another really great foam rolling technique is to do kind of like a single leg and get your quads as well as the side of your quad muscle, so I'm doing the front and then I'm kind of rotating to the side because my adductors and my IT band and my TFL, they all get super, super tight. So I recommend doing that. So now another really good one is to just sit on the foam roller and start kind of at the hamstrings. You can do a single leg like I'm doing here, or you can do both legs at the same time. And you just want to be careful. Make sure you're using your core and you're not just pressing through your shoulders. I have to remind myself of that too. So when you're working with one leg at a time, this is like medium pressure. So I'm not getting a whole lot of pressure in my calves. I can feel it pushing on the muscle, but it's not like painful. And that is so important, guys. Exercising doesn't have to be painful, especially corrective exercising. It might be new, it might be challenging, but it doesn't always have to be painful. Okay, now we're moving into lengthen. So we are going to stretch your all along your chest and your the side of your glutes. So you're gonna have your opposite palm open and rotate. So you're gonna lift the knee, grab the knee, rotate with a controlled core, and then the other hand is reaching away with the palm open. So this is a great stretch for along the glutes, your low back, your chest, your back. It's a really great total body stretch. And I'm holding each stretch for about 30 seconds, guys. Now we're going to do palms down and do an iron cross. Focus on pressing your low back into the mat. Straighten your knee, then rotate over. So your body's going to look like a cross, and your legs will look like a 7. Then slowly rotate your way back in. Bend the knee and slowly put the leg down. You're going to switch sides. So lengthen that leg, extend the knee, neutral foot, and rotate. This one's really great for the middle of my back, my hamstrings, and just mobility. So you're also working the mobility of your body here. Okay, now we're going to lower down to the tummy, and we're going to lift up, working mobility in your low back. Keep your core tight, and lower back down. Now we're going to do a scorpion. Notice how one arm is bent. My head is rotated toward that arm. Then I lift up the leg and rotate back. So this is a deep upper back stretch for me, chest stretch, and I just feel my hips kind of open up. Now we're going to go a little more active, and you're going to rotate that hip open a couple of times on each side. And do the same thing on the other side. We're just going to hold it static for about 30 seconds. This video is sped up, so it only looks like I'm holding the move for like 10 seconds, but I'm really holding it longer. So just make sure you hold these stretches for longer than I am. Get up carefully. And now we're going to go into activation. I'm doing a quick cat and camel stretch. So rounding my spine and scooping. It really helps stretch out that low back. Then we're going to go straight into bird dog. Neutral spine. Lift and tap. You're going to do 10 on each side. Be sure not to arch and jerk your leg up. You just really want to focus on isolation and activation. Okay, now I'm going to focus on making sure my pelvic is tilted, my low back is engaged, and then we're going to do dead bugs here. You're going to do, I think I did 6 to 10 on each side. Now, you'll notice I'm bending my left leg. Reason being is my hip flexors are tight, especially on my left side, so I oftentimes will modify on my left side. Keep that low back pressed in. The leg can be straight if you have good control, or it can be bent. Okay, now we're going to do glute bridges. Tilt the pelvic. Lift up through the heels. You're going to do 10 glute bridges here. Again, it looks like I'm going fast, guys, but I'm really going 3, 2, 1, 3, 2, 1. But the video is sped up. Okay, now we are going to do just working hip mobility and core strength. You're up in a bridge, and you're going to do 3 on the right, 3 on the left, and I'm going very slow. And then you're going to do 6 in the middle where you push both out. Now to modify, you can just put your butt down and still get the same activation, but with less tension on your glutes. And if you feel it in your low back, make sure you pay attention to that. Now, we're going to get up using our core. There we go. All right. And, sometimes I just flow. I'll get up and be like, oh, I need to stretch my hamstrings. So don't be afraid to flow through this. And you get up and you're like, oh, my hamstrings are tight. I need to flow. Just remember, we are restoring your body, balancing out those muscles. And that's